रहे हैं ABC News AGT Live।
ये है ABC News AGT Live।
Came in Tripura in such a time when the educational scenario it was just about to bloom, and bit by bit, gradually, his presence, his benign presence, kept the state growing in terms of education, and slowly, the dignified position to be the Vice Chancellor of Tripura University kept us all spellbound even today. Very recently, I mean yesterday, there was the 11th convocation in Tripura University, so he came here to attend the program, and we are so glad that we have got him. He has a pretty busy schedule today. He has to go here and there, lots of well wishes there, but somehow we have snatched a little time from him, and we have requested, he has responded to our request, so we are just talking to him live as we are watching now from our studio here. So you may also expect that we're going to ask him such questions like related to the convocation. This is, you can say, a very part of that, but there are a lot of other things which you do know, or you are very much eager to know. Actually, who is Dr. Y.d.pande, and what about his childhood memories, and how he developed himself as a student, then where did he graduate himself, and which particular countries he visited, and as what dignified positions or designation, whatever else. We'll come to know a lot about him. We have little time, and we requested him. He has responded. He has given his kind consent. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to welcome Honorable former Vice Chancellor of Tripura University, sir. Welcome to ABC News AGT Live.
Thank you. I appreciate your efforts to talk about education in Tripura, which is promising. Yesterday, there was convocation, 13th convocation of Tripura University, and before that, 5 years back, 12th convocation address was there. It was a great opportunity to visit the university campus. When I was Vice Chancellor, there were many difficulties. Funding was very restricted. I don't blame the government, but they didn't have money. Now with the formation of Central University, I think financial problems are solved, and it was nice to see that in 5 years a lot of development in the university campus has taken place. Academic programs are now more updated, and they will serve the people of Tripura, as I hope. Thank you.
So, sir, in which particular year did you join in Tripura in state government service?
Actually, in 1980, I was appointed Professor of Life Sciences in Calcutta University Postgraduate Center at Agartala. After 1980, I continued for another 17 years as a professor, and the latter 3 years or 4 years as professor. During this period, I got the encouragement from the university authorities, and it was possible to visit foreign countries 9 times, spending a total of 5 years with them. And it was very nice to see that how these developing countries are giving importance to the education. For them, the most urgent priority is the education, especially for primary education. Because if primary education is not proper, then higher positions will also not be okay.
Holding this mic. This way audio will come better. So what was the scenario at that particular time?
Continuity আছে
Yeah. What was the scenario at that point of time when you joined here in Tripura? How was the educational scenario in the state?
As I said, I joined as professor in 1980. That time there was no university, only a postgraduate center of Calcutta University existed. But although the size of the institution was very small, but we tried to deliver goods in form of good academic values. After that, Calcutta University Postgraduate Center was converted into Tripura University, and after Tripura University, State Tripura University, came the Tripura Central University about 5 years back. I came here to attend 13th convocation, and before that, 5 years ago, I had attended another convocation. People have been rightly complaining that there is a long gap between one
Convocation and another.
one convocation and the other. I hope this thing will improve in due course. During 5 years, I am happy to note that Tripura University has done marvelous job in terms of physical facilities, academic activities and all others. I wish the university a great success, and we look forward for better opportunities for the students, industrialists and other sections of the people.
If you compare the educational scenario in the country India and abroad, because you also worked abroad, and you have much experience in this regard. So how do you differentiate the educational scenario in India, or the university system in India, and of course in abroad?
While I was serving Tripura, let us say Tripura State University and Calcutta University Postgraduate Center, I found the standard of the education is fairly good in our state. During this time, when I served as a professor in Tripura University, I had the opportunity to visit 13 or 14 countries during different periods of time. I found there people give lot of emphasis to education, good standard education. I think we have to improve ourselves in this way, and government has to fund the academic institutions generously and sufficiently. I hope we are in the process, and during last 5 years I have seen till the Central University came into being that lot of physical facilities have been grown up, and people are working hard to maintain the standards which are present in some of the best universities in the country. I am afraid I cannot compare much between Indian and foreign universities, because in foreign countries they give lot of attention to students, to teaching communities and maintaining the good standards. That is why if we go to see the survey of 200 best universities in the world, we hardly find any place, and sometimes we do not find our place at all. So otherwise people are trying to see the place given to higher education, and I am hopeful that with the present scenario the university will grow up and it will affect the other colleges of the university about these standards.
You see, in the year 1987, Tripura University started its journey in Tripura, isn't it, sir?
Yeah.
So, as you have cited, there were lots of lacunas, especially lacunas in the sense shortcomings. I mean, financial crises, stringent financial crisis, but it started its journey. Now, coming ahead in the year 2018, we came to know from the governor of Tripura yesterday, there are all that not good. So you have cited that financial crisis, financial stringence is not the main factor here, but there are certain other factors. So as a ex-vice chancellor, how do you feel this?
It is true that because of financial constraints, the education could not got its due. But now we find that experienced faculty members are coming to join us. Tripura is not in isolation. Earlier people were afraid of northeast region, some exigency, some problems. But now people have realized that things have improved, and now there is better atmosphere for industrialists, for educationists, for agriculturists, so on. So we look forward to the enhanced standards very soon.
In educational scenario, do you believe that research work is to be given much importance? If it is so, in which particular fields research activities must be entertained?
Research is the backbone of the academic activities. Now, Tripura is very rich in natural resources, and agriculture is the main branch, main activity. Then forest areas are there. The climate is so good that many crops could be grown, and for that local research workers have to come forward to see how to improve, how to increase the production.
Here in Tripura, in terms of natural resource, it's so sound. What do you feel in terms of education, the level from 1987, this is 2018, where does it persist? What do you believe actually?
Earlier, people, as I told you, people were hesitant to come to serve the university and other organizations. But now, scenario has changed and people are coming, qualified faculty is coming now, and qualified faculty means they will teach the students, and in turn they will try to improve the production front.
So dear viewers, I'm sure many of you are watching live our talk show with Honorable former Vice Chancellor of Tripura University. So those who are watching it live, so thank you very much. Please be with us because we're going to ask a very important and serious questions. Of course, there are a few questions which you even can't expect, or you it's not there even in your dream, because Dr. Y.d.Pande, he has come at certain level of time, but we all are eager to know about his childhood days, his educational scenario at that particular time, and about his certain other aspect of life. So don't go away. we are just taking a turn twist and we are going deep into the root. So, if you don't mind, we know that you are hailing from such a state, which is the one of the largest states in the country India, Uttar Pradesh. So, whenever we talk about the temples, we talk about the glorious legacy of the country, the name of Uttar Pradesh comes. You are living in the town Kanpur. And apart from that, we don't know much about your childhood days. So our young talented students, they want to know something about your childhood days.
Well, I was born in a remote village of central UP. We belong to marginal farmer family, and we used to go to school, primary school 2 kilometers, junior high school 6 kilometers. Every day we had to go without shoes, because shoes were not comfortable for running to school. Those days facilities were nil, but still we enjoyed our school days, and that time no tuition was given to us because we could not afford to pay to the teachers. And after that, when we came to city, then we started having a little more comfortable life, and I did my master's degree in agricultural zoology from Kanpur Agricultural College. Now it is Chandrasekhar Azad in University of Agriculture and Technology. After joining Udaipur University, Rajasthan, as a lecturer, I had the opportunity to visit Belgium for more than 3.5 years to work for my doctorate. And then I joined for some time JNU campus Imphal, and from Imphal I was picked up for the post of professor at Agartala. That time professors' positions were very less. Nowadays almost 90% people are professors. But that time I was professor at the age of 36, which was considered to be very early. During his stay in Agartala for 17.5 years, I had the opportunity to visit so many countries, about 13 countries, and spent about 5 years. It was nice to see how people there give importance to the students, to their children, and government also is very keen to finance the educational institutions. In fact, one day when I was walking in Belgium, I found a beautiful building. I said, "What is this?" They said, "It is primary school." We cannot think of such situation in our country. And those in India in public school, you will find for admission you have to pay a lot of money. I am reminded my granddaughter, she had to pay for class 1 lakh rupees as capitation fees or development fees, whatever they call it. So education in India is still restricted to rich people's children. An ordinary man cannot afford to give money to private institutions. Government institutions are now also becoming very expensive because they cannot afford to pay money. So I think that's all about my background.
So I would like to ask you, and with one or two words, as you feel comfortable. That is your best childhood days storybook, if you do remember.
No, I don't remember.
Because we do know that you are from Uttar Pradesh, so Munshi Premchand, the writers, the authors, I used to say the very much famous author. So which particular story could you recall that you read of Munshi Premchand in his storybook?
Now I don't remember but I read Premchand, the revolutionary author of many books which were liked by people. Then Amitabh Bachchan's father, Dr. Harivansh Rai Bachchan, his Madhushala, and so on. So many books were written.
Which particular music song you do mama or you try to sing even in bathroom, yet it just enlivens in your mind?
No, I am not very keen to sing in bathroom, but so many songs are there that like me, but I don't remember the exact title.
Okay. So, would you please tell us something about your time's entertainment measures? What kind of entertainment had been in your school days or college days?
Actually, I was very fond of playing football, and during school days, we used to go every evening to the sports field, and do the exercise. Then I am very fond of cycling. Cycling gives a lot of exercise, and which I continue. And at later stage, badminton I play and try to keep myself fit for the activities.
You had been in Belgium, so do you remember or do you often dream that had it been in our country also, which in Belgium, what just attracted you very much in Belgium?
What?
What attracted you very much? That had it been in our country too, if anything?
Actually, in Belgium or in whole Europe, I have seen that people give lot of importance to check the pollution and cleanliness. Today, Prime Minister is conversing for
Swachh Bharat.
Swachh Bharat. So in Europe, Swachh Bharat is already there, and they maintain it. Here we find that a scheme is launched. After 1 or 2 years, it cools down, and then again it has to be revived. But in Europe, once a scheme is started, that will continue for long. I give you one example. Where I was living in Belgium, a place was Louvain, and the university was established in 1425. So the place where I was residing, that time, we used to put the garbage at the footpath in the evening. It was restricted to from 6 to 8. You put it, in the night the vehicle will come, municipal vehicle will come, and they will take it away. And footpaths are completely clean. When I returned after 15-16 years again to see how the footpath, that particular footpath is there, believe me, there was not a single difference. Whatever things were present in the footpath 17 years ago, there was no addition after 17 years. So that gives us inspiration to keep the India clean.
So though lately, but still, Swachh Bharat is very much influencing, and we all are very much concerned for that. Now we have come to know about Belgium. All right, sir, you left the state Tripura in the year 1998. What sparked the kind of desire that you thought of just leaving the state, actually? Because you could have continued more 2 years. At that particular time, you were only 58 at that time. So what sparked the desire to move out?
Actually, I was very happy. There was no problem, and I would have continued for long. But then one day I thought that I have done enough teaching. Let me try my hand in administration. Of course, in vice chancellorship is administration, but it is 3-year term or like that. So I joined Tea Research Association of Assam. They created, in their history of more than 100 years, they created first post of Director General for me. I worked there, but after that also I did not feel like, and so I went to Ethiopia. I served there and came back. Now I am peacefully retired and try to help the local people in their scientific and academic endeavors. Thank you.
It was hard that you were also somewhat disturbed by the insurgency in Assam. Is it that? Any insurgency groups or something like that? The situation was somewhat not peaceful over there.
Insurgency was there in Assam. That was also one of the factors that why I did not continue. I was there for about 2 years.
Right.
And then I came back.
Okay. In Tripura, I'm sure your sir has many memories. So, which one memory you want to share with the audience and the viewers today? One lovely memory that you want to share with us in Tripura? Any lovely memory?
No, there are so many memories. Tripura I consider my second home because people accepted us being non-Bengali people, accepted very heartily, and we enjoyed our stay. I think every day we remember Tripura for their hospitality and care.
So, dear viewers, we have come to know about childhood memories, educational, staircasage, and in today the technology it travails over education. So, how do you believe that technology has helped us, or it's helping this generation in terms of their education? How do you believe, sir?
The technology will help a lot. Without technology, we cannot compete the world. Now, per capita income is slowly increasing, but technology has to be put in so that we could be more prosperous and profitable.
Would you like to give any kind of message to our generation, younger generation, how to move on, where to focus in terms of their career, in terms of their academic grounds, and of course, an overall aspect to be a good, happy human being as you are? Because we believe if in front of us, in the country, because I have never seen any such human being self-contented, so happy, and what to say, if you want to give one good example of a good and complete human being, so he is Dr. Dept.of. So he has managed it successfully. So of course, it's a big lesson for all of us. Now let's know from his mouth rather, what is the secrecy behind his such proud contentment?
My experience is that the students of Tripura have better IQ than many other states. But there is a time to look into the practical aspect of their education, because only certificate, only degree, paper will not help much as compared to if you have the practical knowledge. So it is time for students and faculty members to join hands and to find out the local solutions, because whatever is happening in Delhi cannot be true for our state. So I would expect and I hope that students of Tripura will excel better.
So one last question, because when I'm not treating it as a one-on-one interview. It is just like I am talking. You could say I'm talking to Bill Gates, because if you wanna just get satisfaction talking to Bill Gates, if you wanna get satisfaction talking to Dalai Lama, if you wanna get satisfaction talking to even the USA president, so you can believe. So that must. the satisfaction I have right now. So I want to ask him many questions, but time is very much short. He's very much tired even. So, in terms of tourism, Tripura, what would be your advice to the government of Tripura? In which particular places, particular sectors they have to excel more, or they have to focus on? Because I believe the revenue income of the government of Tripura is somewhat very less in comparison to other states. So, where they should focus on?
So far, tourism has remained neglected in Tripura, which has got immense natural beauty. I think we can develop eco park, we can develop fishing, and so on. There are reminiscences, there are many sceneries. Neer Mahal is one of them, palace is another one. So tourism can be developed on those lines. And best part is the climate of Tripura is very good. Just see at this moment it looks like a hill station because it is raining. Thank you.
One last question. Stephen Hawking has passed away. He's gone. His breath is last. So he cited a lot of speculations about aliens, these, that, and all, about diminishing situation of the world, of the planet. Of course, here comes a lot of issues like global warming and etc., etc. So as a living legend, do you have any such message like Stephen Hawking for the entire world? Because you belong to science background, of course, you are the living legend in science, your specialization in science. So Stephen Hawking is also from science, though physics and your specialization has a little margin, but we believe science, it is just facts. So in terms of that facts, or factual aspiration, what would you like to say to the people of the world? Because our channel is watched by people around the world.
I think developed countries, they should be more helpful to developing countries, and the philosophy should be live and let live. And our philosophy is already there, that Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, whole world is our family. In this way, all the serious problems can be solved without damaging our ecosystems. Thank you.
Okay, this is off the record now because this is our new channel, ABC News, AgtLive. We are running in experimental basis. So if you kindly say some good words, good wishes for ABC News, where we should focus on, what should be our priority, as if the mass people are benefited. So if you give us some guidelines, some advice, with greetings to ABC, so kindly. ABC News, AgtLive.
ABC News is a new organization which is coming up very well, and I think the organizers should think of suggesting solutions for problems of which are damaging our economy, and we should also see that the unity of the country remain intact and people should respect each other.
Thank you very much. Okay, so dear viewers, those who have been watching on Prometheus Tripura, thank you very much, and we hope he is just now 75 years. We would get him in the coming days in every convocation, and on his 100th birthday we would be glad enough to be with him wherever we are. Of course, Prometheus Tripura and ABC News AgtLive, and from us it's a wholehearted respect, love, and our pranam to this living legend, Dr. Y.D.Pande sir. Thank you, sir, for giving your valuable time to ABC News.
Thank you. Best wishes for ABC News, and I hope when I return it would have flourished very well.